And it's really frustrating when like a lot of times it feels like with Lovable, you're taking one step forward and two steps back, and they totally market it. Like you see it on Twitter from their team and like in all their marketing and all these videos they're putting out that like it's amazing and it works so well. It can do all these things. You can build a fully functioning app and like all of this stuff like that. And it doesn't, it breaks in so many areas, guys. I mean, you really have to understand like where it's weak and where it's going to have issues. And so a lot of things it's great at, and it literally feels like magic, but there's so many things so like it feels like it should be a very simple task or a really simple thing, and it totally struggles and breaks it. Hey, it's Enzo. No, I haven't uploaded in a while, and I know I kind of look like trash. I'm a little sick right now, but I had to make this video for you. I want to talk about Lovable. So there's been a lot of big updates in AI land, but specifically with Lovable. This week they kind of launched their Lovable like cloud kind of backend. And for your context, I own Prism, the founder of Prism. We make websites, like the best websites ever for businesses to help them grow and actually convert and find real customers. And as you could have imagined, like there's a lot of great tools to do this now, right? Lovable is one of them, but we also, create sites for our clients using like Replit and Cursor, like Codex, Claude Code, like pretty much the whole spectrum. Because our insight is like, we want to figure out like what's the best tool to use. And so we're actually using different tools for different clients, different use cases and things like that. And so I have like a good solid idea, I think, of the landscape, and I use these tools every day. And the differences between them is really big. And it's one of the things that, I was really excited about the Lovable cloud, aspect of it. I could rant about this for a long time. Hopefully I would get in too much of a rant, but like if you've been considering using Replit, for example, Replit is way, 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 way better than Lovable right now. Like hands down. It's so much better. I've had so many issues with Lovable. It's like, I have a few clients that their websites are built on Lovable, and the amount of issues that we have with it is it's crazy. It's crazy. And these issues, like I don't have any of them for clients that are built on Replit or clients that are built on Vercel VO, or for like, clients that are running in Cursor. Like it's just really only with Lovable. Like something about the way that they have the harness on the LLM. I mean, I think so. For your context, like, I mean, I'm sure a lot of people are trying it this week because it's free to use Lovable. And that's the other thing, right? Is like, we pay a lot of money to Lovable. Like, since I started putting clients' websites on them, like, I've been paying, like, I think, several $100s a month to use their stuff. And it's really frustrating when, like, a lot of times it feels like with Lovable, you're taking one step forward and two steps back, and they totally market it. Like you see it on Twitter from their team and like in all their marketing and all these videos they're putting out that like it's amazing and it works so well. It can do all these things. You can build a fully functioning app and like all of this stuff like that. And it doesn't, it breaks in so many areas, guys. I mean, you really have to understand like where it's weak and where it's going to have issues. And so a lot of things it's great at, and it literally feels like magic. But there's so many things so like it feels like it should be a very simple task or a really simple thing, and it totally struggles and breaks it. And so, I wanted to give this kind of tangible example here to hopefully help some of you guys. If you're like, go and try out Lovable today. Like try it out this week during the free week if you can, and try to build a new tool or website for your team or at your company that you work for, or if you own a business, like try to build something for it. And just, you want to kind of like build up the muscle of like trying to use these tools, because they are going to be perfect in the very near future. Lovable is far from that. It's far from, and like Replit is much closer to being really perfect, or VO, or building, apps and websites using Cursor and like Codex and Claude Code. Like those are way closer to being, pretty much perfect, but Lovable really struggles a lot. So long-winded intro, but one of the biggest things we've struggled with is images. Oh my God. It's like the most frustrating thing ever. It struggles so badly to add images. I'm like, why? And I was hoping that when they made this big cloud update, that they would kind of solve all these issues. We wouldn't have any of these things anymore, but literally it should be so simple. Like, I'm literally saying, like, please add this image to the project file. So this is a real client's website, that I have in front of us right now. And I was doing something very simple, literally trying to add new blog content to the website. And the amount of struggle, man, it's been crazy. And this is running the new latest and greatest, you can see the little cloud icon up here, right? Like it has all these things, but it just, it struggles so much. I never have any of these issues, I swear, with Replit or VO or in Cursor. Never have any of these issues. And with Cursor, I'm usually running these days like GPT-5 codecs under the hood, but and like I've tried a little bit with 4.5 Sonnet, but which is Anthropic's new model. But let me just show you guys, like, here's the context. You look back up here. I was literally trying to add this image to the project files, bro. Like, look how many times I asked it. Like, and I was using chat mode, to like have it do the plan first and then do the implementation. Like I tried it again. Please don't use the generated image. So it kind of like, it would look at this image that I was trying to add, several times and be like, so let's see, where did I first ask it? Here's the first one. As I said, hey, please add this image. Okay. And I attached it and then it looks at it and it's like I'm just gonna, it's like, so it gave me this plan. I told it to implement it. It looked at it and I was like, I don't really want to do that. And it would just use it would generate an image of graphs instead. Now, given this isn't a good image, but this is the image that the client wanted to use. And so it's literally just a screenshot. It's a screenshot of these graphs. It looks like they took a picture on their phone or something like that. I don't know. But this is sometimes the clients that we work with, they're really, really particular about the image that they want to use. And anyways, I don't want to waste your time like explaining all this, but anyways, there's a particular image we want to use, right? So it's just like, hey, just add this. And it was refusing to do it. It first uses a generated image. And I said, please don't use the generated image. Use the exact image I provided. And, it goes through it again, creates a new plan. I say, implement the plan. It's just like, okay, we're good. Doesn't work again. I said, add this image to the project files, this time without being in plan mode. I believe I did it that time. Oh no, it was probably in plan mode again. It made a new plan. I told it to implement it. It tried again. It didn't work again. So you can see here. And then finally, I took it out of plan mode and I just told it to add the project image to the project files. Now, I don't know if it was taking it out of plan mode that fixed it. I also changed the file name because previously it said like it had the default macOS screenshot file name on it. And so I changed it to just say like calorie density graphs. And when I changed that title and it took it out of plan mode, it added the image actually. So it's just like certain things like that. Like it really, really is like, one step forward, two steps back. Like I'm saying, like it's so frustrating, like that it has all this power, but it's not able to use it in the right way, bro. It's like, it literally makes me want to pull my hair out, and like, we had another thing where this particular client has a lot of, like she likes to share a bunch of recipes. And so this part here, like we're adding all these recipes, right? And one thing that it was struggling with was like, I tried to give it new recipes to add. Like the client had sent me some recipes and said, hey, can you add these to the website? So I give them to Lovable and it literally deleted all of the existing recipes that are on there. So like issues like that, where it just goes and makes these sweeping changes that like totally break it. And it's tough too because they do have like these kind of rollback features here, right? That you can go back and change certain things. But the problem with the rollback feature is like sometimes it's making these changes to something that you're not even looking at, Like I'm looking at the recipes page and it's making changes and I told it to change something with the styling here, like change, what the hover state of this pill is, like what that color is. And it would change something else, like totally different, somewhere else on the website where a similar pill kind of appeared, but then now it's breaking the design there. So anyways, just anytime you're creating software products, there are all these ripple effects, right? Of like changing one thing, you have to really understand all the dependencies and everything like that. And that's one of the things is like the promise of these AI systems is that they have all this context and they can understand everything perfectly and create the vision that you're giving to them. And you know what? Like tools like Replit do this really, really well. And GPT-5 Codex does it really well. And Claude Code does it really, really well. But I've had so many issues with Lovable, man. Like we pay them a lot of money, like I'm saying, and I'd put bets on them. Like I literally put my clients ran them on their product. And I was like, I think that Lovable is going to be good in the future. They're going to figure this out and that they're going to make it's going to be a really good horse to bet on in the long term. And that's why I had the clients go on their platform. But every day, man, I'm like, this kind of stuff happens. I'm like, should I just pull all this content off here and just say screw Lovable and just put it like, get all the code on, put all the code on GitHub and then migrate it over to a platform like Replit or to a platform like Cursor and just edit the code that way. Because these things are so, it's mind blowing. Like they're how much amazing things they can do, but they struggle so much with very simple tasks, with the images particularly, I've had so many issues with that, but it goes beyond that, right? With these kind of ripple effect changes, like I'm saying, like deleting all of the recipes from the website when you're trying to add a new one, like that's really messed up, man. So I don't know. I have a lot of issues with Lovable, but I know that they're trying really hard, and I really love and respect love, but love and respect their team. I think that it's really amazing, and they've enabled a lot of great stuff for us. And like I said, it's free this week, and it's an amazing tool, and it's gonna be perfect like in the coming months. Like trust me, but it's not there right now, man. And like all this like fancy marketing, like brouhaha about how it's amazing, and like, oh, we have these cloud backend now, it works well, you can do all these things. Nah, man, it still struggles to like even add images correctly, or add text content correctly. So these types of things are, this is just like a reality, kind of check. So I want to share that with you guys. Like hopefully if you're my clients, like some of you might be running on Lovable, and I want you to know that like it's a wonderful platform. It's really, really powerful. And this is kind of what it looks like and how you can use it and everything. It's simple. It's all of these tools are like this: Lovable, Replit, VO. You type to the AI and it literally like creates exactly, and you can iterate through the design, iterate through product, and the backend technology at like in using plain text. It's amazing. But Lovable still hallucinates, I would say. It still hallucinates, and it still like does the wrong thing that it's still not fully good at like understanding what you're asking for and then creating that result. A lot of times it can't do that correctly. And so, try it out, it's free, and then go and try like Replit, go and try VO, try all these tools because, they're all pretty close and they're all magical, like I'm saying. But VO is really good at design, and Replit is really good at just making an app or a website that just works, man. So, Lovable really struggles, I think, on both of those ends. I'd say that it's decent at design, but man, some of the functionality is just really brutal. But that's just my 2 cents. I want to hear what you think, in the comments. So let me know. I read all the comments, and I'll get back to you as soon as I can if you have any questions about your specific use case or what tool you think would be best. But like I mentioned, like I've tried all of these tools in the trenches, like with my real clients, with my real business, and there's pros and cons to each of them. This is just a little bit of a deeper dive on Lovable because it's free this week. Like I said, I keep on saying, so go try it. And yeah, thanks for watching, man. Thanks for bearing with me, even though I got the sick voice. I look like trash. I'm sorry, but I'll look better in the next video. But take care. I hope you have a great day, and go try Lovable.